Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage.
Word is, there's gonna be a big boom tonight. So if you want to see fireworks with me later tonight, meet me in the market square.
We're just gonna B&E this place just cuz.
They say, you there, what are you doing? Yeah, buddy, why don't you come down to the station with me and, we'll get your statement written down and maybe we can find these hoodlums.
Okay, I go with them.
I say to Manette, so, with those guards coming, we probably should have told them we should have called in that bomb threat.
There's a bomb threat? What the fuck?
I'm sure my new friend said something, but... And then I go back to eating the bowl of lunch.
Just like offhandedly, like... So they lead you into booking, and they sit you in this small room. It has no windows. It has just the one door, a table with two chairs opposite of each other, and they sit you down in this room. And they leave, and they're gone for about 20 minutes. And a female investigator comes in. And she is she's a elf. When she comes in, she says, so I hear you watched a breaking and entering this evening.
It wasn't really a breaking and entering. I think the door blew out from the inside. Right? No. It was a breaking and entering, yes.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
I thought you were in there and boom.
No, I had to get in there. So.
She says, okay, can you tell me anything about the burglars? Burglars.
I wasn't really paying that close attention. I was really just kind of looking at the roofs of the nearby buildings. I saw this weird lady on the roof. I was watching that really when the burgle happened.
Interesting. Oh, okay. In fact, can you tell me anything about that lady?
I describe her as well as I can from what I remember.
Okay. And she says, like, she gets really close to your face. And I like to think of it like she's standing behind you with her hands on your shoulders, and she, like, gets down near your ear, and she says, is there any more information you need to tell me? Otherwise, I shall send you on your way.
Yeah, I heard a rumor earlier that there might be a bomb going off tonight.
Bomb?
Yeah.
Are you talking like blasting powder?
I don't really know a lot of the details. It's just something I heard walking down the street. That there was a bomb. It was going to go off at midnight.
Where down the street? I need you to be specific.
I was walking down the high road.
Oh God, that's not going to be helpful.
But like this person seemed like they knew what they were talking about. It seems like this might be a very serious situation.
Sure. She hands you a small card of thick cardstock, and it has a name on it. It says Detective Eloise Canspear.
Have we met?
No.
I tap the ring real quick, and I'm like, Keo, what were the details of that bomb threat?
Hey, Bon, you know that Keo doesn't have the ring, right?
I forgot. Can you ask Keo what the details of the bomb threat were?
Sure.
And so, around a bite of chow, the kobolds were saying in the sewers that the three factions were fighting, the Zents and the the thieves and the guys with the green tattoos, and they were gonna blow up each other, but they didn't know it was gonna be worse though than they were thinking it was gonna be. That the ones were gonna blow up the others, but actually everybody was gonna get blown up, and it's happening at midnight at the crossroads, and there's gonna be lots of food for everybody.
This reminds me of like when you ask a child a simple question and you just get way more than.
I love that, Ben. If you don't have inspiration already, take a point of inspiration, please.
I'm always inspired.
Does Kinian chime in at all when we're talking about this?
No.
So I
Does
really
Kinian even take note when I'm describing to Manette, that the Zentarum are going to be like blown up with everybody else?
No.
You hear counting. A, 7, 12, 36, red.
I relay what Keo says to the nice detective lady, saying, "Oh yeah, there's gonna be an explosion at the crossroads at midnight. It's gonna kill the Zentarums, the Thieves Guild, and some other party."
What? The crossroads? I don't know what that is. I mean, we have many crossroads. Now a third party. What are you talking about there?
What was it you said?
They have green tattoos.
Something about green tattoos.
Zentarums have green tattoos. You said the Zentarums already, and you're talking about the Thieves Guild, which must be Xanathars.
Any more information from Keo?
Well, Keo thinks that the green tattoos are a separate thing than the Zentarums.
Okay.
Even though
Fair
it
enough.
was just three mentioned, and the person was saying something about Xanathars and Zents, and he said something about green tattoos.
Yep.
So
maybe not 3, but he thinks it's 3.
There are 3 factions for sure.
Yeah.
It's just Keo's kind of mixed up on what they are.
Okay. She gave me a card with her name on it, right?
Yep. Eloise.
So I pocket that, and I'm not restrained or anything.
Nope.
I stand up, and I cast light on my cloak, or my garb.
Okay.
So I slowly start glowing.
Okay.
And I say, heed this warning. This is no trivial matter. The city is in danger. This bomb threat is real. Take action. Protect the civilians. And then I off to the ship.
Not dramatic at all or anything.
You all are becoming At this point in time, we're going to call it 8 o'clock. You guys have 4 hours left before the supposed explosion.
Jack Bauer.
Yeah. So, let me know what you guys want to do, and we'll go from there.
So this bomb threat is only involving the Thieves Guild and the Zents, and
It could hurt innocent bystanders, though.
what's
I
the
agree.
risk of innocent bystanders?
I
What do
don't-
we think the risk is?
The kobolds did think that there's going to be a lot of food, so probably a decent risk.
I'm not really seeing why this is our problem.
Now there's the high
That's-
road.
That's where I'm at.
Jeez.
I'm probably just being real. Like the Zents are morally dubious at best, and the Thieves Guild are thieves. I'm tinkering. I'm working on my armor. Like,
Fair enough.
That's fair.
I'm going to flagrantly break the laws of Waterdeep,
Okay.
and I'm going to fly high above it,
Okay.
and I'm going to look. I figure the crossroads.
Are you invisible?
No,
Okay.
but I am pretty small.
Okay.
I figure the crossroads is definitely going to be. Well, before I do that, though, I'm gonna go drop off a little bit of the Too Young mix in the dead drop location and check my other one for flowers.
Okay.
Were there any flowers?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Because I would check the flowers first, and then if they were there, I'd put the vial
Yeah.
in the other location.
Yep. Yep.
Flowers for me. Oh.
Aw. Flowers for Keo.
And then I shoot up into the air, high above the city.
Okay.
And I figure the long road has to be one of the roads on this the crossroads. I guess the long road and the high road do intersect. So those would be the two main roads in the town. So
Yeah.
that would be the area that I'm going to look at from high above, so I'm probably at disadvantage. I look down on it at a 3,
Okay.
and it looks like roads to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So one thing that you do know is the long road doesn't converge in the city. It's just outside the city.
Okay.
You don't see any. Actually, I mean, you do see a couple main crossroads in the city, and that's going to be the thicker crossroads on your maps there. But you're not 100% sure on it.
I'm going to furiously scribble as many notes to avoid these areas. Death is near, and just drop them over those intersections.
Oh shit! Okay.
And then I'm going to fly back down to the dock ward.
Okay.
And I'm intelligent enough not to give away the location, so I'm going to try to find somewhere discreet to land.
Okay. Okay.
Because that laws was posted somewhere that we passed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you land right next to the Lucky Mooring Bell. You regroup with the ship, and it's probably a good 15 minutes later. You hear some talk coming from the docks and stuff. And some of the drunken sailors just walking around, they're talking about the pandemonium that's going on in the middle of town. And there's a lot of cause for concern. There's been death threats and stuff like that.
So I'm very concerned by the fact that somebody's threatening people.
Yeah. Yep.
And I go to the ship quickly, and I try to gather everybody.
Okay.
And I say, Minette, Tinviel, Kinian, Bon, somebody's been threatening people. I think it's the vampires. Is that the main
gets my attention.
intersections?
Ting, give me a perception check.
I was trying to warn people, but now things are getting worse.
16.
16. You're up on the top deck of the ship, and the thick fog's laying over the harbor, and you kind of spot off in the distance. You see this bipedal figure form up through the fog, in the middle of the harbor, though.
Do I hear horror music playing?
Yes, in your head you do. Yeah, you kind of see it kind of materializes, and it's kind of walking towards you over the water, and then it flushes back down into the fog.
So I think there's definitely vampires everywhere in the mist now. That was great.
I think you're getting a solid feeling for that. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go to the casino.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, I think you say that out loud.
Why are you going to a casino?
Gambling?
So Kinian heads off to the casino.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this going. So Kinian heads off to the casino. I'm only gonna let this group split into two, so it can be it doesn't matter what the numbers, and one person can go off on their own, but we're not going to split more than once.
Well, I'm going to go with Kinian because despite his poor hygiene and his crazed battle furor, if somebody's threatening to kill everybody, I'd rather have him at my back.
Fair.
There's a madman threatening everybody. Probably the same bomb maker.
Okay.
So.
I feel like the casino is rife with opportunities for Kenyon to get in trouble. So
It is.
That's why I want to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow Kenyon as well.
And
Okay.
in the back of my head, I'm also thinking we could do another magic act.
Ooh.
Oh no. Flop sweats.
So you guys head off to the casino. Kenyon, I need you to roll me just a straight D20. I want to see a 1.
Critical fail.
Nice. Cool. So
The whole city explodes.
so you guys head off to town. You're a little bit north of the market. And you enter a casino. It is called the Three Dragons, and it is a very like red and gold kind of environment. A lot of reds, a lot of golds, a lot of scantily clad men and women are walking around with these plates with drinks on top of them, and they are smoozing up guests who are spending coin. They're not being very good with their money. They're spending it on the table games and stuff like that. There's a lot of money moving around. There is a lot of nobility here. Very classy
I
establishment.
fit right in.
You know, with the amount of gaudiness that you have, I think you actually fit in really well with some of the stage performers that are like walking around.
Or as like nouveau riche.
Whatever that means.
Like,
New
that's
rich.
people with new money.
Oh, yeah, your new money.
I asked Q if I can borrow his sunglasses. Because I'm trying to raise it to another level.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it is evening, so yeah.
Okay, so you walk in. I think they're rose-colored, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so you're very Elton John at this point.
Yeah.
And you
Goodbye,
walk
Yellow
in.
Brick Road.
What do you want to do?
I want to basically take a look around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not telling the party, but basically I'm just taking in all the faces of
Okay.
kind of taking some pleasure knowing what's going to happen a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of like chuckling to myself.
Yeah.
And I want to basically walk up to a table and throw some dice,
Okay. Sounds good.
especially now that I've gotten that one out of the way.
Anybody else want to do anything? Is Manette there? Okay, cool. So, does anybody else want to
Yes,
participate?
for the record.
Yes. Does anybody else want to participate in gambling or anything like that, or do any investigation here?
I go with the rest of the party, but I'm gonna look out for suspicious individuals.
Okay.
Are there any hors d'oeuvres?
Yes. They're traveling around on plates.
You can't reach them.
It's just
I mean,
Just the way you
hot
word it.
flavor.
you could like tug on one of the male dresses and like grab ask for an hors d'oeuvre. And in fact, this whole tavern casino setting is full of all sorts of different characters. You've only seen one tiefling Kinian, since you've been here, none of you have seen any tieflings until you walk in the door. There is tieflings everywhere. There's tiefling. There's male and female tiefling servers. There are tiefling patrons. There's tiefling pit bosses and card dealers and things like that. They're everywhere. You've never seen them in this grouping, and they look of all sorts of different types, which is kind of a surprise.
I'm going to go up to a female server who looks
Okay.
the most like our new recruit.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Here comes old Kyo.
tug on her dress just a little bit, you know.
Yep.
Not rudely, just to get attention.
You're a short person.
And then I'm going to ask for an hors d'oeuvre.
Okay.
And then when she leans down to give it to me, I'm going to whisper, "Undercover."
Undercover.
And wink.
She leans down. She gives you the hors d'oeuvre, and she says, "You need to talk to the people at the bar." And then she then shakes a cup at you,
Yeah.
and is like, and it's like ching 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 ching.
So I pull out a little gold nugget.
Okay, like an unrefined gold nugget.
Well, it's worth a gold piece.
Yeah.
And I drop it in and I say, "Good work."
She winks at you and she says, "Thank you." And then she looks back at everybody else and is like, "Would anybody like any hors d'oeuvres?"
She's probably used to lots of people doing things like
real
this.
weird things like that. Yeah.
She probably thinks I'm hitting on her.
Yeah, she does. That's the undercover at the bar statement there. Yeah. Yep. So Bond, perception check for me, please.
12.
12. You see a hooded figure about 4 flights up. Imagine this building being a big open center area with a lot of really ornate chandeliers everywhere, and about 4 flights up there is a hooded figure that is looking over the entire shebang, and kind of has their arms crossed and is leaning on the handrail and just kind of watching. Chandeliers are in the center of the room as you're looking upward, and 4 flights up is someone basically watching the entire casino, and just kind of taking in the casino.
Do I see a way to get up there or no?
Yeah, you could take the convoluted set of stairs that make their way up there.
I do that.
Okay. So Bond peels off from the party, and you make your way up, and you get to the top, and this hooded figure is standing there, still leaning against the bar, and it says to you, it says, "Can I help you?"
Who are you?
I'm the head of security here.
You look familiar.
Do I? And it pulls back the hood, and it is a dragonborn. And it looks at you and it says, "Do I still look familiar?"
I guess not. I've seen a lot of hooded figures on top of things today. Nice talking.
Kinian, roll me a d20 and add your wisdom.
Oh no. 4.
4. You have overbet, and you have started betting on items with your unwise betting.
Javelin. No.
Okay. So you bet your javelin in a game of dice, and I need you to roll one more d20, and there is no modifier. This is a luck.
2.
It's gone. It is gone, and you lose. You lose 59 gold pieces. What you do notice, though, is there is a gnome. Does not look like Manette. Very short gnome. Has white wispy hair, and has won your javelin, and says, "Well, thanks, guy. We are gonna get going. See you around, Kinian."
Prickle worm.
And just kind of saunters out of the building.
That mother. Man.
Do you do anything?
I keep gambling.
You keep gambling. Okay. Oh, shit.
Just don't gamble the ship, all right?
How do you think I got it?
I do want to be clear. I do want to be clear that you recognize the voice. You do not recognize the face.
Okay.
Okay. You keep gambling. Everybody give me a perception check for me, please.
So I'm at the bar.
Yes.
I ask the bartender for a glass of water
Okay.
and a martini,
Okay.
and I knock back the glass of water,
Uh-huh.
and I pour the martini into the glass with the water, and I take the olives and eat them.
Okay.
My perception is 4.
10.
I rolled a 13, which is lower than my passive.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I rolled 11, which is lower than my passive too. But
All right.
I think that's 18.
18.
18.
So, Kinian, time's starting to slip by, and you're noticing that it's been quite some time. In fact, it might be time for the fireworks.
Hey guys, I think it's time to leave. I lunge on the table for a big pile of chips.
You just go for it?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. So you lunge for the chips. Give me a dex check. You're trying to get as many chips as you can. A 1. So you lunge for the chips.
Miss the table.
And you no. You lunge for the chips, but your arms just go completely away from the chips. You miss completely. Maybe it's that last drink you had. But you miss completely, and when you do, a crack of thunder lights from the tiers above you, and Bon, you see that Dragonborn casted a spell. Kinian, I need you to give me a Constitution save, please.
My dice are awesome tonight.
Oh my gosh.
14.
14. So you feel held in place. I'm going to say that at least 2 of you guys can see Kinian, and he's frozen now on the table, where he probably should have, continued his movement. He is held in place.
I say to the guy, dude, what was that?
Oh, some idiot is trying to rob us.
I look over and I see it's Kenny, and I'm like, yeah, he looks pretty dumb.
He says, this is no dragon's crossing. And,
Wait, did you say crossing?
yeah, dragons, it's a casino a couple blocks east.
Like a crossroads?
Well, I mean, they're set on crossroads, and they've got this really cool sign. We tried to get it it's got 3 dragons on it, and they're all converging.
And I take off. I just in the middle of him talking, I just bolt.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you hurtle over the bar, or do you run the convoluted stairs down?
I'll hurtle over the bar.
Okay. So yeah, you hurtle over the bar, winging out, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. And you swoop around these really ornate chandeliers. How do you want to solve this Kinian thing? Or do you
No,
just
I
say
don't.
fuck that and
I'm out.
You bounce? Okay.
Kenyan got himself in trouble.
Oh,
with
that's my
casino.
cue.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kick out my broom and follow.
Okay.
It was lovely meeting you all.
I go to that other casino.
Okay. Okay. So Keo and Bond break off. Tin, you can see Kinian as well. In fact, a lot of people are starting to look, and you see guards come up from the shadows. They seem to like be some mystical beast. They are brandishing like these weapons, and they've got these glowing eyes, and they're moving inward on Kinian.
Oh, Kinian's going to Azkaban.
Expecto Kabiro?
Kabiro.
Well, I was going to head out because I didn't want to get involved with this, but
You can abandon him.
He can teleport back to the ship if he's in trouble.
Yeah.
what are those abominations? Like, as soon as you started mentioning shadowy things,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. What does a perception or insight of 27 give me for identifying what they are?
It would be it would probably be a Arcana or
Arcana.
religion, I think.
18 then.
Yeah, 18. You know these to be undead ghost-like figures. They seem to be somehow controlled in this area, probably by a strong necromancer.
It's the souls of the people who cheated at this casino.
Kinian's
like
about
that.
to join their ranks. Oh no.
Oh no. You know them to be fairly weak individually, but in a group, they can be extremely deadly.
And how many are there?
10.
Would I be able to cast Channel Divinity in a way where they're all within range, which I think is 30 feet, but then I'm also not, like, trapped amongst all of them?
If it's a range thing, yes. You can wait until they, like, converge on Kinian, and then you can cast it.
Yeah, okay, because it's 30 feet.
Okay. So, yeah, you basically hold your action until they get within range.
So I want to be able to run away.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does that do? Can you explain that?
It's the Radiance of the Dawn one, so 2d10 radiant damage plus my cleric level.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Go ahead and roll it for me.
And they're
do
gonna
they get a save?
con save.
Con save. They fail.
Cool.
Roll a 4, negative
These are
1.
12s, right? Okay, wait, no. So these are 29 radiant damage.
Nice. Yeah.
Each of them.
So
Damn.
all these shades like dissipate. Minette, you see up where Bond came flying down through. You see this sorcerer figure. He's hooded, and seems to be concentrating on Kinian.
Hey, Bond, what's up? The bomb is going to go off at the other casino.
I leave and go to the other casino.
Okay.
Wait, there are 2 casinos?
It's Waterdeep. There's tons of casinos.
Well, yeah, but okay. Like, so we know for sure that this is not the casino
other
that's gonna
casino?
blow up.
The Dragon's Crossing. Keo mentioned that it was at the crossroads. I think he meant the Dragon's Crossing.
Cool. I leave and I follow him.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, is Kinian awake? Like, is
Yeah.
Kinian
He's
conscious?
definitely awake. In fact, I think he might be looking at you at this point, like frozen.
Another 3.
Who touched his dice?
He's not.
God damn it! Adam. Nice.
So I will be fine.
Eventually.
One
Eventually.
day. So yeah.
Well, I would say that I would shoot off an attack and dash, but I'm in a city, and that would be frowned upon.
I'm pretty sure you just saved my life, so it's all good.
Yeah, There's a lot of civilians that could die, so.
Deuces? All right. Cool. So,
Yeah.
all right.
I did help you, like you said.
You did? I don't really say anything audibly. I kind of like...
Because you can't.
You see my eyes kind of like slowly following the party as they're leaving?
I just shout out, "Hey, Kenyon, I think you got this."
You see like a small smile forming really slowly on my face, like I'm fighting it.
So you guys book it off. Kenyon, I need 3 rolls for your saves.
All of those save.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
18 is the lowest.
Okay. Yeah. So Kenyon, like you guys share this glance, right? And then like Tin runs off, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, and like you have control of your person.
How much gold am I holding?
None, because you rolled a nat 1. Would you like to try and grab some on your way out?
No.
No. Okay. So you book it.
At this point, I didn't break any laws.
Yeah. so you
Not technically.
Not technically.
so you book it to follow the group, and you all are running towards the Dragon's Crossing, and Bon, you're flying in, and as you're swooping down into this crossroads, a very large red plume of fire comes burping up out of the sewers and engulfs the entire casino as it implodes and falls into the sewers.
We were too late.
The Dragon's Crossing one?
Yes.
I scream like, oh, no, shit. It took too long.
I scream.
Bummer.
Darn it. We'll get them next time. Just wait for the server to reset.
Them pesky kids.
I immediately start trying to look for survivors, wounded, stuff like that.
Oh, nobody's here. And in fact, there's
so is it
a
like
lot
a
of
sinkhole
screams.
type of thing?
Yeah. There's a
Okay.
lot of screams coming from like the streets, from people that are hurt by like the explosion. And yeah, you guys, everybody else shows up. Anybody who's on foot shows up not too much later, and you just see this burning hole in the ground. You do see there is a passage down into the sewers, and that's about it.
I'm going to fly into the passage.
Into the sewers? Okay.
And I run up and I go, hoo, that could have been us.
How far down the sewers do you travel, Kyo?
Well, I'm
Or
gonna.
do you just want to look down them?
I'm gonna try and find if anybody is alive in the rubble, going down into there.
Okay. Perception for me, please.
15.
15. You find nothing but dead bodies down there. But you do also you find there's like this slime streak that's going down the edge, like the wall, of this tunnel, almost like something was hurt and it's like leaning against the wall to keep propped up, and it seems to be making its way away from the explosion.
Just for the record, I'm invisible.
Noted.
How far, like, down is Kyo in this hole?
Say 20 feet.
Can I get down in there somewhat safely?
Yeah. You can. It takes you a little bit, but you can pick your way through the rubble.
I'll glide down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I blow my 6th level spell slot
Okay.
on Move Earth to create a ramp of the hole for any survivors to get out.
Okay.
It'll take 10 minutes for it to form,
Okay.
but I don't think it requires concentration. It
Probably not.
It takes 10 minutes to happen, though.
Okay. Sounds
But it's
good.
a one-action cast.
Okay.
I also yelled at everybody right after I cast that I think there's a survivor this way, and point towards the direction that the slime trail goes.
I take off this way.
Okay. So you follow
This way.
the slime trail.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in the tunnel.
Okay.
I would have followed Kyo.
Okay, sounds like everybody's following the slime trail. Okay, so you guys follow the slime trail, and you are in a tunnel that's about 10 foot tall. It's a arched tunnel, very similar, or it is the sewers, so it smells awful. Moving your way down this tunnel, you come to another set of crossroads.
What is this tunnel actually like a true sewer like wall, or does it look like an animal burrowed through?
No. It's a true sewer wall.
Okay.
So it's brick walls and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's built up for sewer use.
Then I'm more relaxed as I'm running along.
Okay. And you come to this like crossroads area, and there's a figure slumped in like one of the corners of this octagon type area, and it's got this breastplate armor on, and it's kind of slumped with a knee up, and it's got this tentacle arm that's like holding onto the knee, and it looks to be like trying to recover.
I recognize the description,
Oh yeah.
and I run forward to him. Oh, brother, are you all right?
It says, does anybody know Abyssal?
I say
No.
to you too.
My other
There are
I put on my
languages
helm
on
of
this thing.
comprehend languages.
Yeah. Okay.
Magneto.
Nice. It says, you non-devout shall die at the hand of my god.
Whoa, buddy. Did you just blow that up?
I mean, and this is very broken conversation anyways. It says, those non-believers shall die in the fires of Sklarkrethel.
Jeez. So I translate this for everybody,
Yes.
I pull out my
and then
iron-
I shoot him
Oh,
in the face.
You shoot him? Okay.
I was gonna throw the iron bands of Bolaro at him to bind him.
You
so-
have iron bands of Bolaro?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So Minette like pulls up the gun. This is all happening at the same
I
time.
throw it
so.
through the thing, and then he shoots the bound creature.
Okay, so go ahead.
Bond's so done with this party.
What's that?
Bond is so done with this
Yeah.
party.
I was gonna take him to the authorities, but
So you throw the bands at him.
yeah.
Yep.
I'd
What's
like
that
to
do?
report a murder.
What does he get a save or anything like
it's
that?
like a DC 20 strength check to break the iron bands. But if he fails, he can't make another check for 24
Okay.
hours.
So the bands expand and like envelop him.
Yeah.
And they tighten in on its form, and it seems to like resist at it, and it hits that point of like it starts to give up, and then this like sickly black shadow permeates from it, and the bands like shatter as it like busts out, almost like it's been imbued with some sort of strength.
Oh, I so shoot it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I don't have those anymore.
Minette. So go ahead and shoot at it.
20.
20. 20 is going to hit. I'm sorry, 32.
32 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
Oh yeah.
I would like to rage
And-
and draw my weapon.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna roll initiative now. So what do you guys want to do? It's basically a surprise round at this point.
I'm gonna move to stun.
Is it a full surprise round? Because then I can
It's-
rage and attack twice.
No. I think a lot of this round is taken up by realizing the
Okay.
hostilities.
Then I'll just do my bonus action and,
Okay.
and rage.
You can put me at the end.
Okay.
I've got a 4 initiative.
I have a
gotta-
7.
I'm at 14.
I am at 3.
Yay! I am
Not quite
above
that.
a 3.
I'm at 22.
I was surprised by my fancy item that I'd been saving.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Instantly breaking the first time you try to use it.
God damn it.
Do you wonder if it's like a fake item that you were given?
It's like a tchotchke.
he must be working with the vampires.
Instead of, it's kind of like a knockoff Rolex. You got like the Folex brand manacles.
It's not the Iron Bands. It's the Iron.
Iron. Iron.
I figured since he was wounded, the GM didn't want us to capture him.
Okay, so
Could have
let's
had him turned into
bond.
Can I have my
Yep,
surprise round
yep.
too?
Go for it.
Cool. I'm gonna strike out at him twice, not doing lethal damage, and attempting to stun.
Okay.
All right.
What's the DC?
It's an
Oh.
attack, and I fucked it up. So
Yeah, it is going around tonight.
yeah.
All right.
Keep it on that side of the table, please.
Yeah, yeah. Kenny, did you want to do anything?
Well, you said I couldn't have my full action.
Okay, so you just rage.
Rage.
Okay. Kia went 10. Did you want anything?
I'll cast Guiding Bolt because I don't see the point of trying to keep it alive since I can't understand it.
Yeah, and it looks to be a abomination to you. I want to further describe this thing. So,
Ooh, yes.
So this figure looks like a human that has been meshed with sea life. It is definitely an abomination, a magical abomination, potentially. Think of the flood from Halo.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So like one arm is like a bunch of tentacles and another arm is like a human arm that might be twisted weirdly. One of the legs looks aquatic.
Does at least 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't remember if it's +7 or +9. 14 radiant damage, and next attack roll against the creature has advantage.
Nice. Okay, let's do this. Bon.
All right. I'm gonna strike out at it, attempting the exact same thing. Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's 28 and 23. And I don't know where anything is on this app.
What are you looking for?
It's the stunning strike. I think it's a con save.
22, I think.
All right, you got to do it twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a +10 because it has proficiency. So
Holy
27 and another 27.
Holy
Two
shit!
17s.
It's fine. It does take damage though.
Okay.
So
I do need to know damage types, please.
Like for everything?
For everything.
this is gonna be all bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
It's 20 bludgeoning damage.
20 bludgeoning
I'm
damage.
sorry. Yeah, 20 bludgeoning damage and 12 radiant damage.
So you punch 20 bludgeoning damage, and the radiant damage is lost in the blackness. It doesn't
Ooh.
seem to do anything.
Cool.
Did my radiant damage not do anything then?
Did you do radiant damage
Yeah.
earlier?
I said it was 14 radiant, but you might not have heard that last
I didn't
part.
hear that part. Yeah, that did nothing as well.
I say, at the end of my attacks, I say, and with the light of the avowed, you will surrender.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Ooh.
Kinian.
2 attacks, power attacks, both hit for a total of 65 slashing.
holy.
Well, fuck.
Damn.
It seems rough. All right. Next is Minette.
I miss.
All right. Keo.
Don't look at me.
So, I have a question.
Unless an 11 happens to hit. Yeah, I didn't think so.
So with a wand, it says using an action,
Yes.
you expend a charge. So does that count like casting a spell or not? For
It's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah.
for
Because
like
you're
quickening?
casting the spell. You can't quicken from items, sadly.
All right, but then if I quicken a spell, I can't use the item as well.
As long as it's following the action rule set.
Okay. So I use my action to expend a charge from the Wand of Paralysis.
Okay.
He needs to make a DC 15 con save.
He has a plus
20.
10.
20. And then I yell, "You broke my toy!" and firebolt him.
Okay.
Quicken.
Okay. Is it a range attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be 19 plus 7, 26. Will that hit?
26 hits, yes.
18 fire damage to him.
Okay.
Does he burn
Yes.
normally?
Burns normally.
Yay.
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 Yay. All right. 10.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to it and cast Inflict Wounds. And
Necrotic damage.
does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Yay.
It's all necrotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
It's
okay.
absorbed into the blackness.
I was hoping since Radiant didn't work, but Necrotic.
And when you do this, is it a ranged spell or is it a touch?
It's touch.
Touch. When you do this, I need you to make a religion save. So use your religion skill.
Oof, which is int.
3.
You start feeling some doubt in your powers. You start feeling some doubt in Lathander.
Can his light truly reach down into these sewers?
Right. Yes. More of is Lathander's light going to be strong enough to burn out this aberration? Okay. And when after you have that introspective moment, it reaches out a hand and points at Kinian. Kinian, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This could be bad for you.
I should have saved the iron bands for you.
8.
8. Kinian disappears.
I'm vanished.
Oh, see here,
Oh,
I
shit.
was thinking it was going to be like dominate monster or something.
I'm probably gone for a minute.
Right.
Bon.
Holding my fiery staff, I raise it up, drop it, and punch him 3 times.
Okay. All right.
I'm still intending on restraining and bringing this guy in.
Okay.
What the fuck? 11 is the highest I have.
Miss.
I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have dropped that staff.
Next is Minette.
I'm gonna shoot him. Shocker.
Okay, we might be back soon.
26.
26 hits. Kinian does not seem to appear. Go ahead and roll your damage. You got a pretty good.
Does thunder make a difference?
Thunder does not.
Okay. So it's thunder and piercing. So
Yep.
if that's not going to make a difference, it's
You
all...
you guys have so far found Radiant and the Necrotic. So, yeah. So thunder and piercing seem fine.
Okay. 31 points of damage.
Okay. Yep. Kinian does not come back. He had a 24.
Okay.
I attempt to use the wand to paralyze him again,
Okay.
and that's another DC 15.
Nat 20.
And then I let out a 5th level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Flame.
Does it need dex save?
No, it's a spell attack.
Okay.
And that's a 25.
25 hits.
25, so that is 48, 5d8, 68, 78.
78.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Yeah, 78 plus 3, 6, 39 fire damage. He's gonna pay for breaking my stuff.
That's going to be a rough save to make. Gonna have to 19.
Kinian still has not reappeared. 29.
Oh, nice. It's because I sucked up all the shit rolls today.
I yell, by the light of Lathander, give me my stuff back.
10.
I don't know. I think like what Kyo just said, I would want to say that it like refocuses me, makes me more determined, but
You hope for that to bolster you, but somewhere down deep, you're just not quite sure.
okay. Well, since I'm not quite sure, I'm gonna go for overkill, hopefully. Because I'm kind of ticked that this thing has made me doubt myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do some Scorching Ray spell attacks. And I'm going to do it as a 6th level spell slot, so I get 7 rays.
You gotta name off some Rays at least.
Reactions.
Though.
Yeah.
Ray Charles,
Ray Romano.
Favorites.
I think that's the appropriate response
Stevie
from Tim.
Ray Vaughan.
Just be
Lana
like,
Del Rey.
fuck you. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 misses.
Okay. Number 2 is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 4 fire damage with Elemental Adept.
Okay. So 4 fire damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's one save.
21 to hit. 7 fire damage. 25 to hit. 12 fire. 24 to hit. 5 fire. So that means I've done 5 or this. Okay, so I get 2 more attacks.
Oh.
Crit fail. 19. Yeah, 19 to hit.
That hits.
So 7 more fire damage.
Okay.
And it dies.
He's like, and it dies.
Good try. Good try. How many was that?
5.
5 of them?
5 hit.
Okay.
What's his modifier?
10. I
You
can't
can't
fail. Okay. Okay. So, what it does is.
Oh, and I had kind of backed up when I did this because it's a ranged spell attack. But
Okay.
Continue.
It centers a spell on the room, which engulfs the entire room in fire, as a extreme eruption of a fireball bursts out. Everybody needs to make a dex saving throw for me, please.
Including the creature?
Yes.
It's. Oh, nice.
Nice.
So 15 good enough?
15 is not. It saves.
16?
16 does not.
22.
Yes, it is.
22 does.
19 from Bon.
19 saves.
He used my dice tray and was very happy to roll above 10.
Yes.
I went like this, and then I went.
Okay. So, who saved? Who didn't?
Saved.
Okay. So, those who didn't save, you take 52 points of fire damage. And those who did take half, unless they are.
Did he hurt himself doing
He
this?
did hurt himself. Kinian, you pop back.
Hey!
He killed his own concentration.
Yeah, it died.
Sorcerers can do that. Like, I was picturing him casting this to basically
He probably
immolate
failed to
himself.
save.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did.
Yeah.
Because it's like a bomber basically. So it went
Sapper.
down. Yeah, a sapper.
I look over at Kyo and Tin. I'm like, damn!
And like there's burnt, like literal burnt shit like everywhere.
It smells absolutely wonderful
Yeah,
down here right now.
Yes.
How does everybody look?
I'm okay.
I look peachy.
Kyo? I'm quite surprised that it didn't take Kyo like.
I have 68 hit points, so it took out 52 of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I was
Kyo,
gonna
I'm
say it
gonna-
has to be pretty fucking
I'm
close.
gonna heal you twice with Cure Wounds.
What was that creature?
You can't actually tell what it was. it is some sort of
10.
abomination. Would you like to investigate it?
I would.
I'm gonna cast Mend on my iron bands
Minette's gonna do better than me
as a tier.
because I got a 12 investigation. Oh.
17.
Oh, fuck off.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, expertise.
Expertise. It's kind of like my
And 8
main
more.
skill.
Nice. Yeah, so Minette, you're digging through this burnt corpse, and you find a patch of skin that was covered by this breastplate, like underneath the breastplate, right? And it's not quite burned or charred, and you see a giant tattoo of a kraken taking down a ship, and you recognize that tattoo to also have been on the arm of Lord Dryland, the casino ship owner, Lord Dryland.
Okay.
So you see this tattoo of a kraken taking down a ship. Tin, I need you to mark a point of corruption. This is not going to be on any sheet or anything like this, and we will discuss what that means as we move further. Currently, your current effects right now are that you're not quite sure if Lathander is going to be able to help you through this time. It's kind of like doubt in your God, not necessarily that you've lost faith, but just kind of second thoughts on this whole situation. What do you guys want to do?
I want to take this body up.
Okay.
Are there any signs of where he was gonna go?
No. So
They were
this
burnt
is
out by the
further in the
fireball.
tunnel, I guess.
this is a convergence of many tunnels. There doesn't seem to be any path that makes any more sense than any other. In fact, if someone wants to give me a insight.
18.
21.
21. Okay. You two intuit that this is probably where the creature intended to come and die.
Went through all this trouble for naught.
Yes. You can also intuit, those above 20, that the creature probably intended to die in the blast, but for some reason it was blown back instead of like basically whatever its contingency was for the explosion, it didn't happen, and so now it was just disappearing to die.
I want to head back to the ruined casino
Okay.
and look for survivors and try to aid in any way possible.
Okay. So do you guys want to spend a large amount of time just kind of aiding in this whole situation? Okay.
I slink off
Yep.
to find it airily.
Okay.
Fine, what?
No one.
I know. So Kinian slinks off, and the rest of the Obsidian Flame sticks around through the night and is aiding in the efforts to just kind of put out what fires are left over and just helping in the general area. Tin, as you're helping, you hear a voice, and it's coming from one of the streets, and you hear fleeted footsteps at this point. Everything's basically calmed down from now, and now it's more of just the guards are trying to police the area, keep people away, preserving any evidence that might be here, right? And you hear, Tenuviel, is that you? and you recognize the voice. You recognize Eloise's voice. It is your old friend, who is prone to conspiracy theories, and was never really taken seriously as a detective, though she was really good at it. She always came up with these really harebrained plots that never seemed to pan out. And I think beyond that, though, you guys were still friends.
Okay.
She is a fellow elf and is very open-minded.
So she's not a high elf.
She's not a high elf. She.
Or is she?
Well, yeah, right. I think she's a high elf that has, quote unquote, fallen from grace, given up the life of lordship for the life of justice.
Ooh,
and
I would respect that then.
Yeah. Basically, like, just in the pursuit of truth and in the pursuit of justice and equality. I think you both really disliked the whole corrupted thing. I think the big differentiator is Eloise she didn't have as much courage to abandon her post. She was really afraid to leave Waterdeep and everything that she's known, and was just not full of the zeal that you had to leave. I think to some degree, you guys have talked about how she feels like she can make more of a difference on the inside than
the working from within.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And she says, when did you come back to town?
This morning.
Oh, well, I am happy to see you. I'm kind of surprised that you've found yourself in this situation. How did you get here? How did you get past the guards? We've got a pretty strong perimeter now.
Well, I'm equally as surprised to be in this situation. Me and my friends arrived here like right after the casino collapsed.
Oh, you were here when it happened.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Did you see anything? Did you see if there was any factions around like trying to keep people into the casino, or did you see?
No, it was just the building had just totally, I mean, I didn't see the building collapse, but one of my comrades had just seen it like totally fall in, and I came up right afterwards. And we think that we just killed the abomination that caused it.
Oh.
And at this point, Kyo butts in. My bands! My bands!
My beautiful bands! She says, I want to see the body before anybody else touches it. You must show me.
Hey, Bon, come over here.
I come over here.
And I just point at the blob of, like, scorched
The roasted
flesh.
calamari human flesh. Yeah. She says, "Oh, that is not what I expected. So let me tell you what I think is happening here." And it starts to get real tin hatty, right? So, like real conspiracy theory.
I keep nodding in agreement.
Yes.
To everything she says.
Basically, the big points that she has is she thinks there's a new crime family involved. She says, I think this crime family has actually been running all of the fish out of the harbor. I I can't prove it yet. But it seems odd that the war between the Zents and the Thieves Guild, the Xanathar's Thieves Guild, it seems really odd that all around that time, all the fish started disappearing. And then we've been having reports of ships being knocked over, like being boarded and basically raided, and then some survive, some sink, and some of them go over and we call them ghost ships. They basically sail into the harbor and they have nobody on them.
My friends in the sewers did seem awful eager.
Your friends? Are you talking about other kobolds?
I give an aw shucks. Well, you know.
And she says, we've been having a really hard time with kobolds lately. They've been coming up out of the sewers an awful lot, and our guards actually have to establish these strong perimeters because they're coming in and eating the bodies.
Well, knowing Kyo's affection for fish, I kind of put two and two together. Well, if the fish have been gone out of the harbor, that's probably one of their big food sources.
Yeah, that's what we think. But I mean, it's been causing hell on us, trying to figure out like what's going on in this war, right? I mean, I personally think there's a third faction in this whole war here.
That's all like Kenyan won't share.
And I think there's like they're like stirring the pot or something, this crime family, and we're having a lot of bodies showing up. Some of them are like white, like pale white.
Vampires.
People of the north.
And this fog. I don't know if you remember, Tin, but this fog is not right. Even I mean, it's the middle of winter, for God's sakes. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's not even that warm out, and we've got fog. And I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm seeing shapes. They say I'm crazy. They say it, Tin. They say I'm crazy, but I see shapes in that fog, and I don't care who knows it. I see claws. I see people, and then they disappear.
Now, in my head, I kind of go, well, you might still be crazy. But out loud...
You are speaking like a crazy person, and maybe that's part of why.
She's making a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
I think Kenyan would like Eloise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I saw claws in the mist at one point today myself, so you're not alone in that.
I knew it. They keep telling me I'm crazy, and I just know it, Tin. Thank you. That's very validating. I just... Okay.
Oh, she would use that word too. Sorry. Just validating.
And she says, and I keep seeing this hooded figure, and it's all over town. It shows up on the rooftops. I've tried to catch it a couple of times and I can't find it. It almost like disappears, and it's just been absolutely crazy.
Does it show up at like a certain time of day, even though it shows up everywhere, or
it shows up? It does not show up in the morning. I see it all the time. Like, I mean, and this has been for like maybe a month or so, and I've been seeing it like a lot during that month, and it's like afternoon.
sounds like we should catch up over a mug of beer soon.
I would like that very much. Now, I do need to ask you all to leave. After you've given your statements, but then you need to clear out. We need to secure this whole situation. And she looks at Q and she says, "Nothing against you, little kobold, but we have some specious guards, and I'm sure they're already itching to remove you. So, I need to get your statements. Let me know where you're all staying, please do not leave town. It will look suspicious. You all four of you are technically suspects. Tin, you know how this goes. It doesn't mean that you guys are the bad guys.
Yeah. I do like the hand motion of like
All four of you. So which four is she pointing at with the all four of you?
Yeah, Kinian's not there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kinian slunk off a while ago. So
anyways, I start counting, and I'm like,
So I mention the name of whatever inn I would want to go to.
well, the nearest one to your ship, is that what you're getting at?
Probably.
Okay. The nearest one would be the Lucky Mooring Bell.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there.
So you let her know, and she says, Tin, be careful. The Mooring Bell, that's a Zent place. And there's a particular tiefling there who has quite a high bounty. 50,000 gold pieces, Tin.
Ooh.
The lords want her dead.
And
Is
her
it
location
justified?
is known.
That's a lot of money.
Is the bounty justified?
The bounty is justified, or at least we think it's justified. If it's her, then she is wanted for multiple murders. She's suspect, and thought to be the ringleader for this explosion. Because this has got Zent all over it. This casino was a Xanathar casino, and she's been known to impersonate lords through written script, and many other things. She's wanted.
We will definitely keep an eye out for her then.
Lilith Never Ember.
Oh, dude. The Never Embers are crazy important in Waterdeep.
Yeah. Yep. You guys didn't know her last name, by the way, until right now.
She is a foe beyond us.
You know that Lilith was available for conscripting adventurers as Zentarum to fight in this war. Was paying a pretty hefty sum to do this. The Never Ember name for you rings pretty true. Never Embers used to... So Lord Never Ember was one of the open lords of Waterdeep. Basically, the rumor is he stashed away a bunch of money. And nobody's been able to find it. And then bounced and basically ran or started Neverwinter. And
he's
was
gonna be a good guy then.
So yeah, it's a pretty big family name. Holds a lot of weight. The fact that she's a tiefling is a little weird. And she says, yes. So after I'm done here, give me let's meet tomorrow after my shift, and we'll catch up over a mug of ale, and we'll just talk it out.
So we give our
It's okay,
statements.
here it is.
And
Yeah, you've got a written statement.
yeah, cute.
Yeah.
Give our statements, and then I at least suggest that we head back to the inn.
Okay.
Mine explains that I have diplomatic immunity.
By the
boy.
decree of the Emerald Enclave.
I am a prince.
Yeah. Kinian, let's take us out here. So, Kinian, you slink off to where?
I try to go find Arlie Sunstrider.
Okay. So you head back to the mooring bell.
Well, first I go to where she said we should meet
Okay.
to see if she's there, and then head back to the mooring bell if she's not there.
Yeah, you find that spot, and it's not too far from where you're already at.
Oh,
There is
sweet.
there is a small note with a empty bottle of wine
Oh.
and a very, very nice bottle of wine. And the note, you have no clue what it actually says.
She left you a magic scroll.
But
Yeah, she did.
yes, but you do know from history that these squiggles means you're in trouble.
Oh, crap. Well, I'll head back to the mooring bell then.
Okay. She isn't there. There is there's a bartender on staff though currently. You do know where she lives in town. As it was a place that you frequently hid out at.
Undercover.
Oh. So, what would you like to do? You also know that you have contacts, your pirating contacts, especially the ones that you establish through your kingship. Yeah.
I will get the finest bottle
Okay.
from the barkeep and head to her place.
Okay. You don't pay. You just say like that one, and they take it off the shelf and they just give it to you, and with a tip of the hat and a wink of the eye.
I like this bar.
And so you head off to her place.
Yep.
She's there sitting at a table, drinking a water, waiting for you basically. And she's kind of tapping her rings on the table. And as you maybe stumble in through the door, like you have so many times before, and she says, we have much to talk about.
Uh-oh.
She says, no, I am disappointed that you decided not to meet me on our date tonight. But that is not what we should talk about currently.
Well, I tried to steal some money from the casino.
Did you?
Tried.
How did? Which casino?
The wrong one.
Oh no.
I think I might have made some tieflings upset.
It was the tiefling one?
Yeah.
Oh no. The 3 dragons?
Yeah. I didn't really steal anything, though. I tried.
You got past the shadows?
They kind of vanished in a bright light.
Oh no.
Might have been one of my friends.
Our ghost ship plan. My plan.
Yeah.
It's working, but in an unexpected way. The ghosts that I planned, I wanted to make it look like they were haunted ships. I wanted to make them look like haunted ships. They started becoming haunted.
Whoops.
I don't know how. And maybe it wasn't our fault, but all of a sudden, some of our Zentarum ships weren't coming back. And there were no survivors until one day. There was one survivor floating in on a barrel. And,
Was it ale?
it was ale. It's a lifesaver, you know this, just as I do. And, with a story. It's not the frost giants that everyone's talking about. It's tentacles. There's some squid out there that's breaking ships.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You've met this beast.
Yeah, I looked into its eyes.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has awesome blogs. They've got cool information on there about writing new adventures and things around D&D. You can find a giant archive on all our episodes. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.